Hey, good afternoon, good afternoon. Today it is the 29th of January. Let me welcome all those that are subscribing, that are also liking the videos of the South African Community Health podcast. My name is Mvulazana, as I've initially told you. You know, this morning as I was driving to the airport, I was listening to SAFM, the Madlanga Commission. Something that impressed me. It impressed me how Madlanga is addressing people compared to the way Judge Rata is addressing the defense in court. You know, there was a dispute between why were documents submitted late and whatever, but it was so calm in that room, very, very calm. I expect the same in the Rata's courtroom. We expect that, the dignity. I don't know. Rata must retain the dignity. I just want to compare, the way Rata is behaving. And above all, I was shocked by the way the great Dr. Sibande, took short days. I don't know why. Why the short days? Because we are used to him taking more than a month to asking one question, so that he must make you mad, make you not to think properly. But in terms of comparison, much as that one is a commission, this one is a court, but I think the mood should be almost the same. And especially the mood of the High Court must retain the decorum that is expected. The decorum that Judge Rata is talking about, it's not prevailing in his court. Allegedly, it does not. It is not prevailing. Since he came in 2023, the decorum, Rata, please preserve the decorum in your court, because it shows us what kind of a leader you are. It really exposes who you are. And it made us also to go back to the cases that you have given judgment on. And we see the loopholes, exactly the same things that you are doing here. At some stage, you even ask for an apology after you have sentenced people. Allegedly, Rata. No, no, no. You need to do, Judge Rata needs to do some introspection to say the decorum that is in his courtroom must be prevailed. Even Balwe is the same. It's the same as Judge Rata. Even when he stands up and makes a point, nowadays we don't even listen to him. I personally don't listen to him, because I know that he will gingiza just to please Judge Rata. It is high time that we see to it that the decorum in that court case, it's preserved. Remember, Senzo Meyiwa has passed on, has been alive in the house of the Kumalos. He has been unalive. And Nkosi yami, now I remembered. Makosonke, are you now the seventh person that was put in jail? Basically, it's 8 people. Remembering the first one, the guy that was washing Senzo's car. It's the 8th person. We don't know how many are still going to come here and say they have been taken to cells. They were taken. Statements were taken. We're still waiting. At the moment, we cannot finish and say this is the end of the culprits, or people that you think are the ones that did that. And what funny questions it's Sibanda asking. Sibanda, it's taking the statements of other people to expect that Makosonke should answer to them. Hayi, laba bantu abanaso isimelo, allegedly. They really do not know how to treat other people. Yo, whilst we are expecting that the Constitution of South Africa, especially Section 35, should be prevailed, that court, it's really showing us that Constitution, it's never looked at, because it says all people have got equal rights. But it seems as if in that court, it's only Rata, Baloi, and Doctor, the great Dr. Sibanda, that has got rights. Labo, lokuzana, abomshololo, laba defense, they do not have rights. And even the 5 accused people, persons, don't they have rights? I think they are in South Africa. They are being covered by the laws of South Africa. And you know, it's so funny that Judge Rata, whenever it is the defense that is bringing somebody to can come and give evidence, you know, you even see with their face changing. They change face. And even the way they answer in a way that we feel that these people are not taken correctly. No. I think something needs to be done. I don't know. The LPC, are you looking at Jacharata's corner, courtroom? Are you really looking? I can even call it a corner because it behaves like a corner in some streets in the Bundu side, I think. Just like he once said that, are we in a shebeen? That's a shebeen, allegedly. That's a shebeen. You behave as if it is a shebeen in Soweto. Like you said to Mshololo the other time. You said that to her. Wena Jacharata. You said it to her. That why do you behave like a person? Why do you make noise to me? Why don't you do this? Oh Lord, when are we going to get judgment, proper judgment into this case? You know, I always think about the Meyiwas. I always think about the very same child that it belongs to Senzo, that is in the hands of the Kumalos. Do you think one day when he's going to look, because he's going to grow up and he's going to listen to everything that has happened in that courtroom, one day, because people are talking, don't allow us as community members to tell her the truth, because people will tell her exactly what has happened. Mapiri, when are you coming? I think you should simply volunteer yourself. And then, wena umntanakas Chico, wena ukuphi? Because you are one of the people that were in that house when Senzo was unalived. You were in the house. Or because you have a father who protects you every corner, allegedly. Every corner. Whenever the name of Longwa is being called, you'll hear the father talking. We can't protect our children to that level. Let us allow them to be who they are. And let them stand up for their own doings. Their own doings, they must stand for them. Because if it was not of him, allegedly bringing that 0.38 special into that house, I think Senzo would still be alive even today. When are we going to get the truth, especially from Nina Bumamfundisi? Nyokhuluma nini iqiniso, Nkosi yami. You know, I will always reflect to you because I am a woman. And you must think for Mama Senzo. Why do you do what men are doing? You are just one woman. You know, you are a police officer. Yes, I do not disagree with that. You went for training. I do not disagree with that. But at the same time, your maternal egos must really reflect on your body. You know, because as a mother, even if a child doesn't go to sleep without food, we feel for those children. We are not like men. We are not done by like men. We are women. We have feelings because we carried these children for 9 months. We carried them for 9 months. We supported them while they were in our bellies for 9 months. But what do you really think about the children when Kelly? that you gave birth to. Tomorrow, tomorrow. I'm saying tomorrow as if I'm saying tomorrow the 30th. No, I'm saying tomorrow, when their lives are at that peak hour, when they reach the peak of their lives, what are they going to say to you as their mother? What are they going to say to you, Koko, Makumalo? What are they going to think about you? Really? Can we get justice into this? Judge Maya, I was so excited the day they said we are going to have a new Chief Justice Maya. I think you are too quiet. With the NPA, we are watching what is happening to Shamila Batwe. We are watching because all these things are happening because of Shamila Batwe, another woman for that matter. Another woman. I want to talk to women specifically this time. Women, why don't we take our own position, our own place, whereby we tell it as it is, tell it the way it has happened. But at some stage, we simply go with this man. One day, whilst I was still working, we would ask ourselves, why every time men leading women? And basically, the Bible says, yes, men are the ones that need to take care of us. But they are not too above us. We are very close to one another. Even in a marriage, we can make decisions, both of us. We must be heard. But why do we allow this man to come on top of our heads? No. But Judge Rata Mokwatlin, you have a wife who has given birth to your own children. How would you feel if the same treatment that Bontanzi, Bosibia, Bontuli, bonke labo bahlanu, eight of them at the moment. I don't know. Maybe next week another one will be added. We'll be talking about 9. Because there is no truth in this case. I fully believe in people that are running their own podcasts. Bobongani, Ninabot, I digress, my sister. When you say this courtroom is a crime scene, it is a crime scene. We saw even Tefo being manhandled in that court case, in that courtroom. It's a crime scene by itself. Rata, do you want to tell me that this is the way you want to be remembered when you are no more? When you are no more, how do you want us to remember you? Basically, you are writing the last pages of your book. And I was taught at school that when the book goes to an end, it becomes interesting. But yours, whoa, I don't know. Is it going to be interesting? Or izabe inenyembezi zabantu, izabe inegazi zabantu when we think of you? The other day, the way you are so rough even in speaking in court, in your court, because I'll call it your court because you are in charge there. You'll even say, no, when these people want to kill me, let them not damage my face. My wife wants to see my face being beautiful. Do you think she cares? Let me tell you, I'm a woman. Do you think she cares? The way you are behaving. Do you think she does not see? She sees through you. Mhlambe ubekezelile nje allegedly to staying with you. Ubekezelile mhlambe umfazi wabantu. I don't know about your children. When they go in the street, because siyakhombana nasestradeni, umntwana kabani lo, umntwana kaRatha, and we will have stories afterwards. Please, Sibande, now you have just joined the chorus. After they said you are a doctor, I thought that when you are closer to Baloyi, you'll come up with better things. But the way you were addressing Makosonke day before yesterday, the way you were addressing him, you were addressing him as if he's Luana nje. Uzothi, you are lying, you are lying. In court, really. And that language is allowed. And Judge Rata is saying nothing. Simply nothing. He allows the word lying, lying, lying. When is the thing that says, umuntu omnyama uthi awukhulumi iqiniso? You are not telling the truth. You are lying. Usitshela, basically you are revealing to us how you are being grown. And maybe it is us as mothers who did not give you proper laws, because go thwa ngwana o tseya se mme wa gage a se mo rutileng. Sankgono go thwe bana ka mo gae ba bua leleme la ga mme. Abantwana kahle kahle bakhuluma ilwimi laka mama, because they are most of the time no mama. Uyasihlaza mntwana sekhaya, uyasihlaza. Sibanda uyasihlaza. Balo yena angisakhulumi. I can't even say it louder. Baloyi, I know that allegedly your son killed himself with your own 0.38 special. I don't know why the 0.38 special, that 0.38 special. You will tell us one day why we are talking about the 0.38 special in the Senzo Meyiwa case. Even your son killed himself with your 0.38 special that you did not put proper. You know, we know that they need to be put in a safe, in a house, properly locked, with the key not closer to the children. And we expect you people who are the custodians of law to can guide the communities. That is why the guns are so much in this country. The guns are so much in this country. It's because of people like you, allegedly. Allegedly. But let me remind you, karma will follow you. Karma will be on you. Even the way you were addressing Absalom. Absalom, it's a big man, older than yourselves, but you were treating him as if, even if when you ask a question, you will ask a question as if you do not hear that this is an old. That is why he was even telling you directly, Rata, that hi inkundla ayisakhuluma, this court case, this courtroom, and meaning the court. If it says the court, it talks about your Rata. It talks about, is your court healthy? You know, Miss, I digress. You always speak about Judge Ndim. I enjoyed that case, even if till today we do not know where the child has gone to. We do not know whether we are going to still find her, Jocelyn, still alive or whatever. But there was harmony. Even when they went for local inspection, it was so calm. Unlike what we saw with Gininda in those clothes. He wanted to show us how can he wear and close up his face, because he thinks that we don't know his face. We do. Allegedly, we know. We know your face, Gininda. And wena Gininda, uhlala kanjani emzini wakho? Uyazi ukuthi this case bewuyenzela nje ukuthi uthole i-promotion. Benifuna promotion ibangaki? Abanye balele, others are unalive. The police that were going in the right direction with this case, that were taking it right in the correct direction, because they wanted people in the house to tell us the truth. But you really showed us that they can be unalived. We don't know how, Allegedly, we do not know how. But let me also remind you, as we do this, let us support the Meyiwa families. Support them in terms of our prayers. They really need our prayers. To lose somebody in your own household and not knowing exactly what has transpired, it's so painful. That is why when you go to a funeral, you'll find that abomama bahleli embhedeni. Yibo bakhulumayo bathi hayi lo muntu wethu ugulile. Kwenzakale kanje kanje kanje. Or if it was a car accident, they will tell it as it is, that it was a car accident, and they will cry, and we will know exactly what has happened before we go and bury their loved ones. But what do you think about Mama Kasenzo? Mina uyazi icathulo zikaMama Kasenzo ziyangisinda, zinzwisa ubuhlungu, because somewhere Tumelo, umngani wakaSenzo, really, are you not going to tell the truth? Are you not going to tell it as it is, as it happened because of money, allegedly? Are you going to do that? No. Let us tomorrow is the 30th. Let us get what is right in that courtroom. And thank you very much, Wenamnis Wemvula, to lead us and to guide us with the people that you brought. You brought us Absalom Zongo. Oh, you brought us, the defense team. Big up to you. And I'm happy that even this time you told them who is going to come, who is going to. If that person, something happens, we will know what has happened to him. Allegedly, we would know, because you are very great, Wenabo Gininda. We don't know. Maybe it's not you. Maybe Sianbopel and Asas. But why do they all die? Bosimpiwe bakuphi? Bashonile balele. No. Let us do it right. I just wanted to share with you this thing because I experienced this morning the calmness in the Madlanga Commission. Even when judges were speaking, they were so calm. Attorneys, when they were speaking, there was no one who was raising a voice. It was so calm, just like the case yaga Mtanawase Cape Town under Judge Ndim. We expect the best from this court. We know that the judgment has long been written, but just surprise us, Wedarata. Surprise us the day you give judgment and say you want people that are in the house. When is Makumalo going to come? Because we expected Baloi to bring her through. We expected Baloi to bring Umapir. And let me remind you, do you still remember the uncle that said, the uncle from the Kumalo side, who was the one who was watching the space when Mapiri was cleaning the place allegedly? Where is he? Where is he? The one that they said kade kuyiphoyisa wayekela ukuba yiphoyisa. Yena kwenzakalani ngaye? Ukuphi? Because we also need him to come and tell us the truth. He must come and tell us the truth. Actually, that was supposed to be a Section 204 person. He was supposed to be a Section 204, especially telling it that the way he found the crime scene, Yagwa Makumar. But let me love you and leave you. I'll still come back this afternoon or this evening or early hours of the morning again before tomorrow, so that we also go through what we are expecting to happen. Thank you very much. Do not forget to share and then to like the video so that you are able to can make this channel your channel. Because as I have promised you, a lot is still coming. We are still going to discuss a lot of things. We are still going to discuss the National Health Act. The National Health Act, we are still going to discuss it, and the role of the communities, the role of the clinic committees, the role of the forums, the role of the hospital boards, the role of the Provincial Health Council, the role of the National Health Council. We are still going to do that, because what I am looking at, we would, if our hospital boards, our community representatives that are representing us in these health facilities were working well, we would not be having Operation Tutula doing what it's doing now, because you would be doing what is expected of you. That is just a cream that I will also bring to you. And because I worked a lot in the HIV area, we are still going to talk a lot about the research that is happening. The research on TB, research on HIV, we are still going to discuss that. And how far are we as South Africa? And what are those that are being taken to SAPRA for licensing? I will teach you a lot about that, because I am serving in those committees. I will bring you those information. And how do we, as the communities in each and every community, take care of ourselves, our neighbors, and people that we live with? Thank you very much. Stay well until we meet again. But don't forget to subscribe, to like, to share, and to donate for the betterment of this channel. Thank you very much.